Boston Lowe.
Closed captioning for Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Aflac, Dunkin' Donuts, Verizon, W.B. Mason, and the Yawkey Foundations.
Wednesday at Fenway, Baltimore rained on the Red Sox parade, postponing the wild card for one more day. For the final home game of the regular season, Lowe takes his 16 wins and 10-2 record at Fenway out to beat the Birds and spark a wild celebration. Live from Fenway Park, Nesson presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight, the Red Sox take on the Baltimore Orioles. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. Again, the Red Sox have a chance to clinch tonight.
And they certainly love to do it right here at Fenway Park, Don. You know, they played great baseball at Fenway all season long. The fans have been so supportive, and I think this club would like to finish the thing off in front of the fans here in Boston. The pitching matchup seems to favor the Red Sox tonight. Lowe going in this game, and he's been awfully tough all season long here at Fenway Park.
They'll be matched up against Omar, Daal, and it's next on Nesson.
You don't got. Check this out.
Dodge Ram 1500. The Hemi legend continues. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty, plus 0% financing or $2,500 cash allowance. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match this.
The Red Sox and Nesson have teamed up with Adopt a Classroom, and we need your help.
When you adopt a classroom, 100% of your donation goes toward the purchase of classroom resources designed to enhance the learning environment.
Support local teachers and their students by adopting a classroom today.
Log on to adoptaclassroom.com or call 877-444-7666 for more information.
It's bowling and beyond. It's Kings, and it's a blast. A one-of-a-kind place in Boston's Back Bay. A step back in time, but state-of-the-art, too. Boss bowling lanes, a cool billiards room, the DeVille Lounge, the Kingpin Room for private parties, far-out food, 2 groovy bars, and fun for chicks and cats. Kings, it's a gas. Family fun by day, wicked fun by night. Cruise into Kings. You'll dig it.
Meet me at Foxwoods.
If there's one thing we've learned in over 100 years, it's that it all comes out in the wash. Maytag. Depend on us.
For years, Roy was afraid of home loans. Then he went to Washington Mutual. They write their own approval rules and gave him a quick thumbs up. Now Roy fears nothing.
Take the whole tray.
Sometimes we wish we'd left a little bit of fear in Roy.
Boston Red Sox baseball at Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by your Boston area Lexus dealers, by Citizens Bank, and by Dunkin' Donuts. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fenway Park as the lights are on and dark here already tonight as fall is upon us. And the Red Sox hoping that tonight they can clinch the wild card berth and their presence in the postseason as we take a look at the visiting Baltimore Orioles starting lineup brought to you by Dodge. Brian Roberts leads it off. He's at shortstop. Jerry Hairston batting second at second base. Larry Bigby in left field. Jake Gibbons in right. Tony Batista at third base. B.J. Surhoff at first. Luis Matos in center. Jack Cust is the DH, and Brooke Fordyce bats ninth. He does the catching.
And the defense tonight is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. It's Bill Miller at third base, Omar Garcia-Parra the shortstop, Damian Jackson at second, and Kevin Millar at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Gabe Kapler. Jason Veritek doing the catching, and on the mound, Derek Lowe. 16-7 on the season, 4.56 ERA. Against the Orioles this year, 2-2. That's in 4 starts. And right here at Fenway, 10-2 with a 3.30 ERA.
Derek Lowe ready to face Brian Roberts in on the left side, and the first pitch of the game in there for strike one. Roberts hitting at .278, 5 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Chopped left side as Bill Miller has it and throws to first in time to retire Brian Roberts.
Let's check tonight's game notes brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. The Sox have clinched the postseason berth at home 6 out of the last 8 times. Red Sox clinched the 1998 wild card against the Orioles here at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox 2 wild card appearances since 1995. The last one coming in 1999, also in 1998.
Where available, tonight's broadcast can be heard in Spanish by using the SAP function on your TV set.
Buenas noches, amigos.
One down here in the first inning. Here's Jerry Hairston, who gets the start at second base tonight for the Orioles. And hard on the ground to Garcia-Parra. On to Millar, 2 down. Well, Red Sox tradition meets high definition. With tonight's game at HD, we're available on Comcast Digital Cable. So 2 down in the inning, and it brings up Larry Bigby. Bigby has put together a fine season for the Orioles, hitting at .311 as he chops one to first base. Millar will take it alone, and he just does get there to retire Bigby. In order on 5 pitches go the Orioles in the top of the first. Red Sox coming up.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Good morning.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there? Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
The Lincoln Mercury anniversary clearance ends September 30th. Your last chance for $6,000 cash back. Don't miss your best model year-end savings on the new Lincoln Aviator with its 302 horsepower V8, Lincoln Navigator with available power running boards, and Mercury Mountaineer with no-charge leather seating surfaces. The Lincoln Mercury family of SUVs, now with up to $6,000 cash back or 0% APR for 60 months. It's over for good September 30th. Hurry to your New England Lincoln Mercury dealer.
You bring me Masaka or it's your badge. Come on, Buddy Lee. Let's make like a tree and go.
Look out, Buddy Lee!
I got to get me some of those jeans.
One new car out-accelerated, out-handled, and outperformed the competition. Pontiac introduces the new 2004 Grand Prix. Take a drive. Feel the performance performance that surpassed an entire class of sports sedans. Then Pontiac lessees get an outstanding value on a 2004 Grand Prix after all available offers. See your local Pontiac dealer today.
Back at Fenway as we head to the last half of the first inning. The Orioles going quickly and quietly in the top of the first inning. And here's Johnny Damon to lead it off in the bottom of the first against Omar Daal.
Omar Daal has spent a lot of this season on the disabled list with a rotator cuff problem, actually from July 3rd until September 10th.
Off the glove of Daal, out towards Brian Roberts at shortstop. Still tries it and can't get Damon. And Johnny Damon's aboard to begin things here in the bottom of the first inning.
Daal could not make the play. Once it deflects off his glove, that slows it up, and by the time Roberts can get the ball and get it to first base, Johnny Damon with too much speed. Probably Daal might have been better off letting that ball go through, and then Roberts would have had a much better chance. Just normal reaction by a pitcher to reach out and try to snag that ground ball up the middle.
The 20th infield hit for Johnny Damon. And he's at first to begin things here in the bottom of the first inning. Here is Bill Miller batting second in the Red Sox order tonight. And Miller sends it into left field for a base hit. Damon touching second, heading for third. Miller thinking too as Bigby in the corner digs it out. But Bill Miller stands at second, Damon at third. Nobody out in the bottom of the first inning.
Now Bill Miller starting the game at 324, 1 point ahead of Manny and also Ordonez. Only one for his last 15, but he doesn't wait around very long. Right down in that left field corner, and that quickly the Red Sox have runners at second and third. Omar Daal, as I mentioned, on the disabled list most of the season. He's faced the Red Sox twice, once with the Dodgers and once with the Phillies, and he pitched great baseball against the Red Sox in those two outings. But a different guy now, certainly after the arm problems.
Well, the Orioles in the offseason very excited about him coming to Baltimore, but he is 4-10 coming into tonight's action. The Red Sox lineup back to what we are sort of used to here over the course of the summer. Nomar Garciaparra batting third again tonight, with Todd Walker out of the starting lineup tonight, and Damian Jackson getting the start at second base with Omar Daal, the left-hander, on the mound. Omar chops it towards the shortstop. Ryan Roberts has one play. It's at first, and in from third comes Johnny Damon. The Red Sox grab the lead on top 1-0. Let's take a look at the rest of the Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by Dodge. Manny Ramirez in the cleanup spot in left field. David Ortiz, the DH. Kevin Millar at first base. Jason Varitek doing the catching with Gabe Kapler in right field. And Damian Jackson batting 9-piece at second base. So one down. Bill Miller's still in scoring position as he stands at second base. And here's Manny Ramirez. Last night, to begin the night, Manny Ramirez and Bill Miller were tied atop the American League in batting average. And he's 323, has him tied now for second with Maglio Ordonez of the Chicago White Sox to begin the night. And with Bill Miller's hit, he is up to 326 now. To right, falling fast. It'll fall in for a hit. Miller had to wait. He will reach third and no further, as Jay Gibbons gets it back in quickly. Miller had to wait. He was stopped about halfway between first and, or rather second and third, and then moved along once it dropped in.
Yeah, a little deke out there by Jay Gibbons. He put the glove up like he was going to make a catch on this ball, and that kind of froze Bill Miller between first and second. Here's the deke. The glove put up. No chance to get it. Miller goes to third base, but has to be stopped there. Omar Daal, they're not going to see anything overpowering. His fastball will be in the mid-80s to high 80s. Throws a lot of change-ups and, of course, the breaking ball.
Here's David Ortiz, Red Sox DH, batting fifth tonight. With Bill Miller at third base, Manny Ramirez at first. And he chops it foul into the Red Sox dugout on the first base side. Last night, 2 home runs as there are many calling for his name as the MVP, and certainly nationally his name is now being mentioned for perhaps the first time all season long with his latest production. Ortiz sends it towards the shortstop. Roberts flips to second for one, on to first. Wild throw and a run in. Bill Miller scoring from third. The Red Sox lead it 2-0.
Well, it was a nice effort by the middle infielders of the Baltimore Orioles, but not quite able to turn that double play. There's Roberts going. He has to give that sidearm flip to Hairston, who has back towards first base, throws off balance, and it's going to be off the mark. Ortiz beats it. The Red Sox have the 2-0 lead.
So 2 runs in. David Ortiz at first base, and here's Kevin Millar. Millar was 0 for 4 last night, and it snapped a 7-game hitting streak. Last night his 32nd birthday, and was unable to get a base hit last night. During the streak he had hit at .360, 9 for 25. Sends it down the right field line. That'll get back into the seats beyond Canvas Alley down the right field line.
Well, you got to wonder, Don, if the folks who way back when bought tickets to this game to see the Red Sox Orioles in the last game of the season at Fenway, whether they figured they'd be watching a possible clinching game for a playoff spot.
Well, they are tonight, and I'm sure they were in some ways hoping, if you had tickets for tonight, that maybe they didn't clinch last night. The Red Sox were unable to, as the Orioles jumped out on top very early on John Burkett. On the ground to third base, Batista will go to second, and they get the out there to end the inning, but the Red Sox get the night off. Started off great, on top 2-0 at the end of 1.
After years of analyzing, refining, and perfecting, Lexus engineers had to face the most difficult challenge of all: letting go. Introducing the new, more powerful ES330. At Inskip Lexus.
Decision. I love to run, and it's not a problem. The hair goes with me when I run.
I would always wear a hat, even in the pool.
My tennis game has improved. I don't know, it just feels like I'm always acing the guy.
Hello, I'm Dr. John Parker. Hair loss is an all too common problem, but finally there's good news.
The Parker solution to hair loss?
No. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Tune in for college football Saturdays each week on NESN. Be true to your school till it hurts. When it's fall and it's Saturday, it's gotta be football time on NESN. Indiana tackles Michigan on college football Saturday at noon on NESN.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the top half of the second inning. Red Sox grab 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, already on top 2-0 tonight for their right-handed starter Derek Lowe, who enjoyed a very quick and easy first inning on just 5 pitches. Retiring the Orioles in order as he faces Jay Gibbons to begin things here in the second inning. sliced foul back into the seats, and it's 0-2 to Jay Gibbons. And the Orioles, after the ball game tonight, will be headed to New York. They have a 4-game series, including a doubleheader tomorrow, to wrap up the season for the Orioles.
Yeah, that's a restart of that 1-1 tie they had in Baltimore the day they got the hurricane. They couldn't finish the game and ended up 1-1, and they have to play that game in its entirety.
1-2 on 2 hops to Garcia Parra, throwing on the run and in time to get Gibbons one away here in the second inning.
Well, fans, all year long, we've told you about the Hood Home Team Advantage Fund. Through the efforts of the Red Sox this year, H.B. Hood will donate almost $70,000 to children's hospitals all over New England.
So Derek Lowe has retired the first 4 that he's faced tonight, all on ground ball outs, as Tony Batista stands in. Down the left field line, and that'll make it back into the seats. Batista was a very big part of that great start last night for the Orioles, as they scored 7 times in the bottom of the top of the first inning, and Batista hitting a grand slam in that first inning. It was 1 for 5, did not get another hit last night. It was his 2nd grand slam of the season and the 7th of his career. The shortest outing for John Burkett in his career, as he left after just a 1/3 of an inning. He was charged with all 7 runs. So it bounces in, and Derek Lowe falls behind 3-1.
Derek Lowe in his last outing against the Cleveland Indians. Remember that one, Don? He was just kind of breezing along through that ball game, and then all of a sudden trouble in the 6th inning. 4 earned runs allowed by Lowe. The Indians scored 12 runs in the 7th and 8th inning, and of course won that game 13-4.
On the ground, Jackson to his right, got it. On to Millar, 2 down, and 5 ground ball outs in a row for Derek Lowe. Well, Red Sox tradition means high definition with tonight's game in HD. We're available on Comcast Digital Cable. Two down here in the second inning, and here's B.J. Surhoff. 297, 5 homers, and 40 runs batted in. Lowe falling behind him, 2-0. Derek tonight in search of his 17th win of the year as he comes in at 16-7. His 33rd appearance of the season. It's been well documented, a much different season for him at home than on the road. And the Red Sox happy to have him pitching here tonight.
And we'll take a look at the scouting report for Derek Lowe. The fastball, of course, he'll cut the fastball, a curveball, and the changeup.
Walked Surhoff on 4 pitches. A 2-out walk in the first base runner of the night for the Orioles.
B.J. Surhoff, one of those guys throughout his career that's given Derek Lowe a problem. 385 career hitter against Lowe. And he becomes the first base runner of the night for the Baltimore Orioles.
So 2 down, Surhoff at first, and here's Luis Matos, the center fielder, at 307, 13 homers. 45 runs batted in. He hit a 3-run home run in this series against Tim Wakefield. Now has 13 home runs on the season. He was ejected from the first game of this 4-game series by the home plate umpire Doug Eddings at the time. Missing away, falling behind 2-1. Red Sox a win away from clinching the wild card. On top 2-0 tonight in the second inning. As that one misses. Lowe thought he had it. It's now 3-1. But umpire tonight, Mike Winters.
Looked like the ball might have been down and also away that time from Matos.
That's ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks here given up by Derek Lowe. Well, this will bring Jason Varitek out to talk to him, as got the first 2 outs quickly, but walks of Surhoff and Matos.
Yeah, 5 straight ground ball outs for Derek Lowe, and then of course back-to-back walks to Surhoff and Luis Matos.
To face Jack Cust.
Designated hitter.
Left-handed hitting DH for the Orioles.
Cust.
Cust was 1 for 4 here last night with a run batted in. He's hit safely in 3 straight games, 6 for his last 12. Lowe starts off ahead. Up here to the Orioles 3 different times from AAA Ottawa this season. Last time he was recalled was on August 5th when Melvin Morrow was placed on the DL. He's been here ever since. Swing and a miss, down 0-2. Cust has now hit safely in 29 of 35 games with the Orioles. And at .339 since June 17th. Surhoff at second, Matos at first. The 0-2. Got him. First strikeout of the night for Derek Lowe concludes the top of the second inning. The Red Sox lead it 2-0.
I want a year-end deal. I want to see how it feels. I want a new Toyota now. I want a real low price and a deal that's nice. I want a new Toyota right now.
Combined savings on Toyota Tundra could save you up to $2,165, or you can drive it away with 0% APR financing. Combined savings on Tacoma could save you up to $1,320. It all ends September 30th. Your best clearance deal is at your New England Toyota dealer right now.
I want to see how it feels. I want a real good deal. I want a new Toyota now.
Your British sailor circa 1740 knew that citrus fruit could prevent scurvy. Now that's got to be the only conceivable reason a man would put a lime in his beer. Then again, how bad can scurvy be? A certain amount of risk goes hand in hand with living the high life.
There's a new vanilla in town. Introducing Pepsi Vanilla. The perfect blend of cola and vanilla.
That was awesome.
That's not so vanilla.
Hey! That thing got a Hemi, right? Yeah! Well, now I got a Hemi, too. But I got something you don't got. Check this out.
Dodge Ram 1500. The Hemi legend continues. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty, plus 0% financing or $2,500 cash allowance. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match this.
Back at Fenway as we head to the last half of the second inning. Red Sox on top 2-0 as they came up with 3 hits and 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Jason Varitek, Gabe Kapler, and Damian Jackson face Omar Daal. Varitek jolts one to center field. Matos going back, still going, looking up. It's gone. Solo home run for Jason Varitek to begin the second. The Red Sox lead it 3-0.
Varitek now with 25 home runs on the season, 10 from the right side of the plate. Straightaway center field against Omar Daal, and the Red Sox have the 3-0 lead. Good job of hitting there by Varitek. The guy does not throw that hard, try to stay back as long as possible.
Kapler dropping a bunt down foul down the third base line. Home run number 25 of the season for Jason Varitek. Inside, and evens up at 1-1.
Take a look at Jason Varitek's home run chart as a right-handed hitter. 8 to left field, 2 to center field, nothing the other way. 25, as we mentioned, total on the season. 15 as a left-handed hitter. I guess they could figure that out, though, Don, if they did the math.
2-1 to Kapler, missing away, and it's now 3-1 to Kapler. Kapler getting the start. Trot Nixon off again tonight. That calf muscle has popped up again for Trot Nixon, and needs a few more days before we may see Trot again. 3-1 line down the left field line. A fair ball. Headed for the corner. Kapler thinking too as Bigby digs it out. Kapler stands at second base.
Well, so far this has been like batting practice for the Red Sox against Omar Daal. I mean, he's not fooling anybody right now. Kapler again, a hard line drive right down that third base line, over the head of Batista all the way down in the corner. So a home run and a double here in the bottom of the second.
Damian Jackson standing in, the number 9 hitter, getting the start at second base tonight with the left-hander out there. Jackson taking strike 1. 5-game hitting streak for Damian Jackson, 5 for his last 18. And over his last 11 games, he's hit at .324 for the Red Sox. And there for a strike, and Jackson quickly down 0-2.
Jackson has seen more and more playing time as we get closer to the end of the season, going at second base against a number of left-handers recently, and also going in late defensively as a defensive replacement at second.
Seems like about the halfway mark of the season, things started to pick up for Damian Jackson as far as playing time. Largely before that, used as a pinch runner, late game defensive replacement. It's the opposite way foul down the right field line. It's still 0-2 to Damian Jackson.
Now Jackson still trying to get the job done there by moving the ball to the opposite field. 0-2 breaking ball away, but fouls it off.
Damian Jackson has played every position but pitcher and catcher this season. And he grounds it down the third base line. A fair ball. It'll kick off the boxes. Kapler's going to try and score, and he will. To second base goes Jackson safely, and the Red Sox lead it 4-0.
Well, the Red Sox tonight coming out very quickly, trying to do what the Orioles did last night. The Orioles put the game away early with 7 runs in the first inning. Red Sox already have 4 now as they're into the second inning. Past the dive of Batista, no fan interference. The ball bounces out to shallow left field, and Gabe Kapler comes across with the 4th run. Damian Jackson with that great speed. Kind of an awkward head first slider. He almost had that left hand trailing a little too much.
Came up a little short there out of the gate as Johnny Damon stands in, second time tonight. Damon reaching on an infield hit in the first inning, came around to score the Red Sox first run of the night. Daal behind, 2-0. Johnny Damon becoming the first Red Sox player in 89 years to record back-to-back 30 stolen base seasons last night, as he was able to get his 30th of the year, and he's the 3rd player in club history to do so. Mr. Speaker was able to do it 3 straight seasons from 1912 through 1914. And if Damon can get a stolen base tonight, he would equal the total that he had last season. To center field, Matos coming in, and it looked like it hopped. No, he's able to make the catch. Looked like he may have trapped it at first, but he comes up with it for out number 1, and Damon is out. Nice play by Luis Matos.
Luis Matos has played great baseball this year against the Red Sox. Offensively, he's made some terrific plays out in center field. The latest as he goes into the dive and right into the webbing of that glove to take a base hit away from Johnny Damon.
There's been a couple of those in this series. A little dive head first, one the other night, and a nice catch here to take one away from Damon.
Yeah, the last time he had to dive like that, the grass was a lot wetter than it is right now. It was after that rainstorm.
Here's Bill Miller taking ball 1. Over the last 4 games, Bill Miller 1 for 15. But has a hit tonight, and that batting average up to 326. A pickoff play at second base, but Jackson able to get back on the bag.
Guys with speed get a lot of attention with 1 out, because that's generally when they like to try to steal third base. Try to get to third with less than 2 outs, and he can score on a ground ball, sacrifice fly.
There for a strike over the inside corner. 1-1 now to Bill Miller. Facing Omar Daal, who's 31 years of age, from Venezuela. Daal, his first season with the Baltimore Orioles, last year with the LA Dodgers. He won 11 games. It was 11-9 with Philadelphia, Arizona, Toronto, Montreal. And he first reached the big leagues in 1993 with the Dodgers, so 2 different stints with the Dodgers. And the most wins he's had in any season, 1999 with the Arizona Diamondbacks. He won 16 games. It was 16-9 that season in 32 starts. This will hit Bill Miller, and he'll trot on down to first base. A hit batsman with still just 1 out in the inning. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers, by Bob Stores, by Coors Light, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Red Sox. So still just 1 out in the inning as Fordyce joined by Tony Batista to talk to Omar Daal on the mound.
Take a quick look at the Oriole defense. A little late tonight, but Tony Batista at third base, Brian Roberts the shortstop, Jerry Hairston at second, and B.J. Surhoff at first. Big B, Matos, and Gibbons in the outfield. Fordyce doing the catching. That is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
Garciaparra fouling the first one off the right side. Omar grounded out to shortstop his first time up, and you see his numbers here at Fenway Park. The best in the American League. Bill Miller in the top 4 as well. Ryan Jackson at second, Bill Miller at first. Omar takes the 1-1 for ball 2. Over the last 5 games, Garciaparra won for his last 19, and that includes tonight. September has not treated him well. Garciaparra hitting at 167 in September, which has dropped the batting average to its lowest point since May 21st.
Well, they had a pickoff play on that time. They had Jerry Hairston, the second baseman, standing on the second base bag, but Daal didn't see him. He just threw the pitch home. There was a wide open hole over there on the right side.
There goes Jackson for third. Omar takes a strike, and the throw down not in time. Jackson steals third base.
Well, again, that's a case of Jackson going on his own. There was no double steal put on by Covers because Miller is still at first base. There's a case where you really have to look at the guy in front of you, make sure if he takes off, you take off. Miller did not see that, and he just stayed at first.
The runners at the corners. A full count now to Garciaparra. There goes Miller. Garciaparra hits it deep and far to left field. Looking up, it's gone. A 3-run home run for Garciaparra has the Red Sox on top 7-0.
Seventh home run of the season. Omar already with 4 runs batted in this game to give him a total of 104 in the season. And the Red Sox quickly want to put the lights out in this game tonight. Garciaparra now with 27 home runs, 20 of them to left field, 6 to center field, 1 to the opposite field.
Omar Garciaparra had been 1 for his last 19 prior to the 3-run home run. But as the Red Sox on top 7-0. Still just 1 out in the inning, and here's Manny Ramirez as the Orioles have action in their bullpen.
Just starting out in their bullpen, too.
Omar Daal has had to throw 37 pitches through an inning and a third tonight. The long relief man, Sean Douglas, who we have seen this season, right-handed pitcher. And he pops it up down the right field line. Over comes Gibbons. And he'll make the catch. For out number 2, Ramirez retired, and there's 2 down here in the second inning.
Hasn't exactly been singles in this game either. Miller with a double, Kapler with a double, Jackson with a double, and of course the 2 home runs, Veritek and Garciaparra.
The Red Sox have been all business so far here tonight on top 7-0. Still batting in the second inning, David Ortiz. Inside, 2-0 now to Ortiz. Grounded out in the first inning. Good credit for an RBI. Now has 101 on the season for the Red Sox DH. And down the right field line, foul, backing out of play, and it's 2-1. Well, David Ortiz, of course, Tuesday with the game-winning home run. In the 10th inning, that won it for the Red Sox 6-5. The 2-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. And last night he continued his home run ways with a pair of home runs. He's in right field for one and left field for the other. His 30th and 31st home runs of the season. That one thrown in the direction of Ortiz, who was able to get out of the way of it.
Omar Daal turning his back to the hitter a little bit like Louis Tiant, except this time from the left side, and that fastball way inside on David Ortiz.
Ortiz, the 8th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the 2nd inning. Daal has given up 7 runs on 7 hits so far. He's also hit a batter. And an in, ball 40, walks Ortiz. Here's the first walk given up by Omar Daal. And Mark Wiley, the pitching coach, on the phone, saying if Sean Douglas is ready, he gets the nod that he is. And here comes Mike Hargrove. And he will make the move. Omar Daal has had a very tough outing to begin tonight. The Red Sox have enjoyed it, leading 7-0 from Fenway Park. The Red Sox still batting here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning, as the Orioles will make a pitching change here. We'll step away and come back with more.
It's all about value, selection, and money. And it's the best time to make your money count at your Chevy dealer. Now get $5,000 total cash back on every 2003 Chevy Tahoe. Or $5,500 total cash back on Trailblazer EXT. Or choose $5,500 total cash back on Suburban. Because money's what it's all about. See your local Chevy dealer.
Home loans confused Julie. What are points and escrow, she'd wonder. Then she went to Washington Mutual. They explained the process step by step. Now Julie's never confused.
And the answer is...
basal ganglia.
Basal ganglia.
I'll take it. And I don't need the extended warranty. So when you say it's not you, it's me, you're really saying it's me.
Exactly.
Do you want that snow pea?
Nice work, Julie. Nice work.
Now back at Fenway, it's a 7-0 Red Sox lead as we're still in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll win a LoJack stolen vehicle recovery system by entering the LoJack caught stealing sweepstakes at boston.com/Nesson. Every time the Sox catch a run of stealing, go to the website, enter the date, opponent, and run a caught stealing for your chance to win.
Omar Daal with a very tough evening tonight, going an inning and 2/3, giving up 7 hits so far, 7 runs. He departs, and right-handed reliever on Sean Douglas.
Sean Douglas spending most of the year down at Ottawa, 27 starts, had a record of 10-8. He's only appeared in 2 games for the Orioles since his recall. 5 2/3 innings, 9 hits allowed, 7 earned runs. He has walked 4 and struck out 1. Don, while I got a chance, I want to wish a happy birthday to Hattie Fitzgerald of Westfield, Massachusetts. She turns 100 years old this weekend because she's the mother of legendary Boston sports columnist Ray Fitzgerald. She watches every game, and she absolutely loves the Red Sox.
Two down here in the last half of the 2nd inning. Red Sox have scored 5 times already. And David Ortiz at first with 2 away. Kevin Millar, the 9th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Millar grounded out in the 1st inning. Well, the Orioles did not want to get into their bullpen early tonight. They've got a doubleheader tomorrow in New York. They're there in the 2nd inning as Millar lines this down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Not much foul ground down there, but Millar able to find some down that left field line.
That's out in fair territory, but a big hook on that, and you can see it just about 4 or 5 inches foul down that left field line.
Two in the air to right field. Jake Gibbons moving over, and the right fielder there to make the catch for the final out. But the Red Sox send 9 men to the plate and are able to come up with 5 runs at the end of 2. 7-0 Boston.
The Hyundai Elantra, a comparison, more standard features, and a more powerful engine than a Honda Civic LX. All for over $1,800 less when comparably equipped. And only the Elantra is protected by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Looks like we have a winner. Test drive the Hyundai Elantra, nicely equipped for just $12,399 at your Hyundai dealer.
Hurry into the Hyundai winning season clearance and get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% APR for up to 60 months.
No matter how great the problems, skill and hard work make the difference. Hamill, Waxler, Allen, and Collins. Personal injury law.
Well, that's sure a lot of people are going to McDonald's. I wonder, what the heck's going on?
Hey, it's manja time at McDonald's. They got mozzarella sticks that melt in your mouth, a chicken breast Parmesan sandwich with lots of marinara sauce and mozzarella, even a premium chicken Caesar salad with shaved Parmesan. Manja at, surprise, McDonald's.
McDonald's. Is that an Italian name?
Tune in for College Football Saturdays each week on NESN. Be true to your school till it hurts. When it's fall and it's Saturday, it's gotta be football time on NESN. Indiana tackles Michigan on College Football Saturday at noon on NESN.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the top half of the 3rd inning. Red Sox on top 7-0. Derek Lowe had to sit a long time, but he doesn't mind sitting when his team's able to come up with 7 runs for him. And as the Red Sox lead it 7-0. Derek Lowe has walked 2 through the first 2 innings. The only 2 members of the Orioles to reach so far tonight. As Fordyce takes a strike and he's down 0-2. The 9-1-2 for the Orioles here in the 3rd inning. Fordyce, Roberts, and Hairston expected. Lowe had a 5-pitch first inning as he disposed of the Orioles quickly. Fordyce this time fouling it off down by the shoe tops. 1-2. Well, Derek has had his share of run support this season. 6.25 runs behind Mark Hendrickson, the left-hander for Toronto. Another lefty and Andy Pettit, where the Yankees have more. Now the 2-2. Up and in and a full count. Derek Lowe at Fenway Park this season 10-2 with a 3.30 earned run average. All the way from Fenway 6-5. That earned run average up over 6.01. And that last outing against Cleveland did not help. You mentioned it earlier, Jerry. He was cruising right along in that outing against the Indians, and then all of a sudden just sort of lost it, and then the bullpen came in and allowed some of his inherited runners to score.
Now things happened very quick for Derek Lowe in that game, and also for Grady Little in that game.
Ball 4. There's the third walk of the night given up by Lowe. And Fordyce aboard to begin things here in the third. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Don, a lot of fans love Wally. Kevin here at 9 years old has taken it to the extreme. Kevin, tell me the story of how you decided to dress up as Wally for the game.
Well, one day I was going to the hardware store up in New Hampshire and with my dad, and I just got something in my head, and I'm like, Dad, I think I'm going to be Wally the Green Monster for Halloween. And and then I decided to wear it for the last Red Sox home game here.
So here, all dressed up. You met the real Wally. Tell us what you're going to do later in the 6th inning.
I'm going to go up on the Red Sox dugout and throw Cracker Jacks.
With the real Wally?
Yep.
Nice job. You know, last year during the World Series, they had that kid dressed up as the rally monkey. It gave the Angels luck. Who knows? Maybe Kevin will help out the Red Sox. Guys?
All right, Tom, thank you very much. That's a great outfit. Very, very close.
Halloween outfit, huh? Look at him looking at Tom's Caron. Look at that. First time we've heard Wally talk.
First time I've heard Wally talk, that's for sure. Line to short. Garcia Parra's got it. And as he looks, Fordyce back to the bag at first, 1 down.
Second baseman, number 15, Jerry Hairston.
Here's Jerry Hairston, grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. That was not the voice that I pictured coming out of Wally, even though Wally never talks to me. Sox getting 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, and lead it 7-0 here with the Orioles batting in the top of the third. Strike 2 to Jerry Hairston. Hairston going 3 for 4 in the game last night. And he was able to start consecutive games at second base, now 3 in a row for the Orioles since coming off the 60-day DL. Back on September 4th, the season that has spent a lot of time on the DL. On the ground to second base. Jackson is second for 1, on to first. Double play. 4-6 to 3, inning ending. We played 2.5. Red Sox on top 7-0.
This is the story of a sweet, ripe, delicious, but ever so lonely grape tomato. Ah, don't you love happy endings? Introducing premium salads at McDonald's. Yeah, that McDonald's.
Nothing's better after a big game than an ice-cold McFlurry. Come into McDonald's now and get an M&M's McFlurry, the official McFlurry of the New England Patriots. And we'll donate 20 cents from each one to help Ronald McDonald House Charities.
Well, that's the last of it.
The original rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and coming soon, the new full-size Pathfinder Armada. Two Pathfinders, countless adventures.
Red Sox tradition meets high definition. Nesson redefines your Red Sox now with high-definition telecasts. Red Sox fans don't miss a thing. And now, with widescreen HD clarity, your Sox never look so good. Nesson HD Red Sox coverage on Comcast Digital Cable Channel 882. Red Sox tradition meets high definition. Tune in for college football Saturdays each week on Nesson. Be true to your school till it hurts. When it's fall and it's Saturday, it's gotta be football time on Nesson. Indiana tackles Michigan on college football Saturday at noon on Nesson.
Last half of the third inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox on top 7-0. And it's on to the bottom half of the third. Jason Varitek leads it off for the Red Sox. Gabe Kapler. And then Damian Jackson expected in the inning. The line on Omar Daal tonight. He went an inning in 2/3, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs. He walked one. He did not strike anybody out, and he's on the hook coming into this game with a record of 4-10. Jason Varitek, his first time up, hitting home run number 25 of the season to straightaway center field. And at the time gave the Red Sox a 3-0 lead. Now he sends one down the right field line, bending foul.
Varitek probably took batting practice from the right side of the plate tonight with the left-hander starting in the game. Well, only one at bat, right-handed, and now switches around to the left side.
On the ground, Brian Roberts on to Surhoff for the first out of the inning. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Lincoln Mercury, by LoJack, by Aflac, by Citizens Bank, and by Jeep. One out here in the inning. Here's Gabe Kapler, who doubled. He's able to come around and score. Now the double by Damian Jackson, and he's got great numbers. Been able to start a lot more. Really started with the injury to Trot Nixon, getting Kapler back in there. And they've seen a lot more time in right field more regularly for the Red Sox. Into center field, out of the reach of the diving Jerry Hairston, and Kapler's 2 for 2.
Now, one thing the Red Sox would like to do, Don, is be able to get Nixon healthy and maybe get him a few at bats before they hit the end of the season. You know that he'll be off until Wednesday when they open up the playoffs against Oakland, so Nixon will be out maybe a week. So they hope to get him back in there sometime over the weekend, at least to get some at bats and try to keep his timing.
Damian Jackson batting for the second time tonight, doubled his first time up. Now, if the Red Sox do clinch tonight and right now on top 7-0 as they bat in the third inning, I imagine that some of the everyday guys will be seeing some time off over the weekend.
Yeah, there'll be that balance between giving them time off, and I would imagine tomorrow would be one of those nights that they get quite a few guys out of there. But yet, on the other hand, you have to play some because you don't want to go a long time without facing live pitching.
Hairston at second base to second for one. The throw to first is not in time. Too much speed from Jackson down the line. They do get Kapler at second base for out number 2.
Good job by Jerry Hairston as he quickly gets that ball to his shortstop Roberts, but as you mentioned, Don, just too much speed from Damian Jackson coming out of that right-handed batter's box. And Brian Roberts, he's been all over the place in this series. Shortstop, second base.
There's Johnny Damon. He's robbed of a base hit last time up, a sinking line drive to center field, and Luis Matos came on and made a great catch. Reached on an infield hit in the first inning. Left side, diving is Batista, but he can do nothing with it. And aboard for the second time tonight with yet another infield hit.
Nice effort by Tony Batista at third base, but nowhere to go. Once he went into the dive and made the catch, he's on the ground, and he has no play at second, and certainly not going to get Damon at first base. Only 9 hits in the ball game for the Red Sox, only in the bottom of the third.
There's Bill Miller. He's been on base twice tonight. A double in the first, was hit by a pitch in the second inning. He changed his mind in the middle there and did not offer. Miller now batting from the left side with the right-hander in there after Omar Daal, the left-hander, started the game. And the strike, 1-1. Seattle Mariners are off tonight, and with the Red Sox able to win, they will have been eliminated from the playoffs. They struggled up against the Anaheim Angels, and if you look back at the course of this season, not a lot was made of the Red Sox sweeping the Seattle Mariners earlier this season here at Fenway Park in a 4-game series. But boy, is that the difference now here at the end of the year, and how closely this thing came to an end if the Red Sox do indeed clinch tonight.
Show you the value of the infield hits for Johnny Damon, 21. Without those 21 infield hits, Johnny Damon's hitting 239 instead of 274.
I think Johnny realizes the value of those infield hits.
Great to have some speed.
Jackson at second, Damon at first. 2 down here in the Boston third inning. Red Sox on top 7-0. Miller lines it towards left center field. That's going to get down. Damian Jackson will score. Johnny Damon's going to try and score. The throw from left center is not coming, and the Red Sox have 2 more to lead it 9-0. And the hits just keep coming.
Well, Bill Miller now with 2 doubles in this game tonight gives him 45 on the season. That ties him for 4th place in the American League. The leader is Vernon Wells with 48. So Miller, who has been struggling recently, gets a couple of knocks already in this game, drives in a couple of more runs, and it seems kind of fitting, Don, that on a game that could be the clincher, the Red Sox score a lot of runs. It's been the best offense in the American League all season long.
And that batting average for Bill Miller up to 327 with that hit. Garcia-Parra with a 3-run home run his last time up. Sends it fouled off the right side. He's down 0-2. Red Sox have scored in every inning so far tonight. 2 in the first, 5 in the second, and 2 so far here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sox coming in with a batting average of 288 collectively as a club. To lead all of Major League Baseball in that category, the Atlanta Braves leading the National League at 283. Omar sends one to right field. Jake Gibbons moving in. And he's able to make the catch for the final out of the inning. But the Red Sox add 2 more to their total. We've played 3, 9-0 Boston.
Good evening. Follow me, please.
Imagine what America would be like today if Martin Luther King never had a dream. Help keep the dream alive. To find out more about the Martin Luther King Memorial in Washington, D.C., call or log on now.
Hi, I'm Brian Walker with Ogden Directories. We really appreciate all the calls we've received about this year's edition of the Big Book that you recently received in the mail. Please keep reaching for the Big Book for all your needs and support the advertisers who really make this directory possible. Remember, it's your town, we're your neighbors, and it's your phone book.
Call us today to advertise 942-2950 or toll free 877-246-8179.
Hi, I'm Steve Schumann. Thank you for making Charlie's Maine's #1 new car and truck dealer.
Charlie's Toyota in Augusta is Maine's only Toyota President's Club winner. There's no better time than right now to purchase a new or used Toyota. Charlie's Toyota in Augusta has over 200 new and used Toyotas to choose from, and the selection couldn't be better. And Charlie's offers APRs as low as 0% on selected new Toyotas.
Come see why over 6,000 customers a year buy cars and trucks at our dealerships.
See us first, see us last, but see us and save.
Back at Fenway with the Red Sox on top 9-0 as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. The fourth inning is brought to you by KFC's new $4 meals. Real meals, real value. And Bryant College on hand here tonight. A lot of college students on hand as always at Fenway Park tonight. Top half of the fourth inning. Larry Bigby to lead it off. Bigby grounded out to first base his first time up. Right back to Derek Lowe. He'll run a little and flip to first for out number 1. Well, it's time now for our Aflac trivia question tonight. Our question is, can you name the last 3 Red Sox managers with consecutive 90-win seasons? I'll have the answer for you in the next half inning. Here's Jake Gibbons with one away. Grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Not one of the guys who has enjoyed success against Derek Lowe. The left side, still 1-2 to Jay Gibbons. Red Sox and Orioles wrapping up their 19-game season series tonight. And the season series tied at 9 games apiece to give you an idea of how the Orioles played the Red Sox tough all season. 9 games each. And the Orioles have won 5 of 9 here at Fenway Park. The 1-2. Owens up now at 2-2. Derek Lowe with 2 strikeouts, 2 walks so far tonight in his 3 1/3 innings of work. He's thrown 48 pitches and 29 for strikes.
Well, the one good thing, obviously, Don, if the Red Sox wrap this thing up here at Fenway, it gives them 3 days to set whatever they want to set. How they want to set their rotation for the playoffs, we know. In Oakland, it's going to be Hudson, Zito, and Lilly, the top 3 guys for the first 3 games. I think the only question here is whether it's going to be Pedro, Lowe, and Wakefield, or Pedro, Wakefield, then Lowe.
In the air to center field, Johnny Damon heading back. This will take him almost to the warning track for out number 2. Gibbons gives it a ride, but there's 2 down.
And of course, also the Red Sox will have to make decisions on who they're going to carry for the first round of the playoffs. Those rosters can change after every round, but they get down to the 25, and I don't think that has to happen until right prior to the first game, which would be on Wednesday.
You feel they will carry 11 pitchers?
Well, that's what Grady said about a week and a half ago. Now, I don't know if since that time he's changed his mind.
Well, the other question is, as far as tomorrow night goes, Pedro Martinez scheduled to go. Certainly you would not test him and his arm tomorrow night in a meaningless game as it could be.
Well, you could move him back to maybe Saturday, Sunday possibly. Just throw a couple of innings. I don't think they want to completely shut him down. But you've got to get him out there to pitch. But it doesn't have to be tomorrow night. It almost would add up to like maybe a session on the side for him in a game.
This is popped up behind the plate. Jason Varitek coming back. And he's able to make the catch tumbling backwards. It was coming back towards the playing surface, and Varitek has it. There's 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. We played 3.5. 9-0 Boston.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Morning.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there? Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more. For your car, Extra Mart offers the brands you know at competitive prices.
Pick up irresistibly delicious, extra nutritious Nesquik. Now on sale for only 99 cents at Extra Mart. Nesquik, milk made fun.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
When you're playing to win, you always put in your toughest players.
Ford Super Duty with the most pulling power on the planet. Everyone knows F-Series is the best game in town. Get into Super Duty with up to $4,000 cash back or 0% financing plus $1,000 Ford credit bonus cash, plus $1,000 in upfit reimbursement for qualified commercial customers. Super Duty, the official truck of the New England Patriots, with up to $4,000 cash back or 0% plus $1,000 Ford credit bonus cash.
Only at your New England Ford dealer.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by KFC and their new everyday $4 meals. Great meals, great prices at KFC. It's an everyday deal. It's on to the bottom half of the fourth inning back at Fenway. It's been all Boston tonight, 9-0. Red Sox with 10 hits so far as they come to bat here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Kevin Millar expected against Sean Douglas. And Manny charges this one to left field. That will grab the wall. A ricochet handed by Bigby, and a very wide turn for Manny, but he retreats to the bag at first. A long leadoff single for Manny Ramirez.
Well, Manny Ramirez now with 2 hits in the ball game. Bill Miller has 2 hits in the ball game. 2 guys battling for the batting title. That ball hit so hard that by the time he gets back to Bigby, Manny has to put the brakes on and keep it to a single.
So Ramirez at first base to begin the inning. His batting average up to .324 with his second hit of the night tonight. David Ortiz. Big swing and a miss. Backswing got a piece of Brooke Fordyce.
Brooke Fordyce got nailed last night too by a backswing by Manny Ramirez.
Some suggestions from the monster seats for David Ortiz, who's already got 31 home runs this season, but they seem to be coming in clusters right now. And it is 2-1 now to David Ortiz. Since Douglas has come on, he's had to throw 27 pitches. He relieved Omar Daal in the second inning, as Daal was charged with 7 runs in an inning and 2/3. Since Douglas has come on, he's been touched for 2 additional runs. And Ortiz ahead, 3-1. Sean Douglas, 6'6", 218 pounds, from Lancaster, California, an Orioles second-round pick in 1997. Ortiz looked like he punched at it, and he did. And a full count now to David.
Ortiz completely fooled on the breaking ball on the 3-1 count. He's thinking fastball all the way. Instead, he gets that breaking ball, can't check the swing.
Ramirez with a very short lead at first. Surhoff does not hold him on as he plays in behind him. Ball 4 to Ortiz. So the first 2 have reached here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question tonight. The question is, name the last 3 Red Sox managers with consecutive 90-win seasons. Grady Little, Jimmy Williams, and Don Zimmer. As Grady's total the same each of his first 2 seasons heading into tonight, 93 wins. But tonight would be his 94th. As the Red Sox try to obtain their 53rd win at home. The Red Sox coming in at 52-28 here at Fenway Park.
Well, last year 93 wins, not good enough to get into postseason play. 94 this year will do it for the Red Sox.
This would be the 7th time the Red Sox have reached the postseason in the last 18 seasons, beginning in 1986. Millar hits one deep and far back into the Boston ninth. A 3-run home run for Kevin Millar, his 24th of the year, and the Red Sox lead it 12-0.
Career year for Kevin Millar with the home runs, the runs batted in, 24 homers now, and with the 3 here, 95 runs batted in the season. Well, I guess the Red Sox couldn't wait to get back to the ballpark today after yesterday. My goodness.
Now, Theo has to be breathing a little bit easier, as is Red Sox Nation right now, with the Red Sox on top 12-0. An impressive offensive attack. Seems like we've seen that a lot this season, and we're saying it again tonight. The Red Sox offense has woken up here in a big way tonight. Omar Garcia-Parra with a 3-run home run. Jason Varitek with a solo shot, and Millar with a 3-run home run. The major league record for the Red Sox in extra base hits. And leading the league in many categories in the major leagues in many offensive categories this season. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning as the Red Sox continue their pattern of scoring in every inning.
Yeah, they're not just getting 1 either in every inning.
2 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, and 3 so far here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
You might get in this game, Don, before it's over. It keeps going this way. Check out that swing of yours.
My Dwight Evans stance. My .260 career average.
Red Sox can tack on 30 more runs. We may see your act here tonight.
Varitek fouls it off. And it evens up at 2-2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Hit a solo home run to center field in the 2nd inning. And the time put the Red Sox on top 3-0. It was some 9 runs ago. Grounded right side of the first baseman, Surhoff. He'll take it alone for the inning's first out.
Now Now, while there's a break in the scoring, Don, I want more birthday wishes. This to Kathy O'Rourke, celebrating her birthday today. She is one of the board of directors of the RemyReport.com. There are only 4 members there, and she has a big say in everything. So happy birthday, Kathy.
She has worked many tireless hours on off days, am I correct?
Pick, pack, and ship.
Which is she, the pack or the ship?
Actually, she's the one that bosses us all around. She tells us what to pick, pack, and ship.
And Kapler standing in, taking strike 1, 1-1. Kapler's 2 for 2 tonight. A double in the second, a single in the third. Red Sox have won 15 of the last 22 games. And with a win tonight, the Red Sox will have won 7 of their last 8 series. At the right time here at the tail end of the year. In the dirt, a full count now to Gabe Kapler. Now, Grady Little is going to have a lot of interesting decisions to make, and everybody talking about what decisions he'll make in the bullpen. Kapler takes the walk, second walk of the inning.
Well, I think a lot of those decisions have probably already been made. They have not made it any public. Everybody's been very hush-hush until, they're able to clinch this thing. And starting tomorrow down in Tampa Bay is when we'll start to get, I think, quite a few of the answers of what's going to happen in that first round of the playoffs.
I know you were asked in the pregame, and unfortunately I did not hear your answer. I'm sorry, embarrassed to admit. But I think you were asked about Bronson Arroyo, whether or not he's made a big enough impact in the eyes of Grady Little to make the team for the postseason.
I don't know about Grady Little, but certainly in my eyes, I mean, it's hard to tell what they're going to do, Don. But here's a guy that has not done anything wrong. He hung one breaking ball here a couple of games ago, came back yesterday, pitched those 4 innings of shutout baseball, did not allow a hit. He makes right-handed hitters look awfully bad on his breaking ball. It's interesting. I mean, to see what they're going to do if they feel like he could be an integral part of that bullpen in postseason. There have been cases in the past where guys have been lightning in the bottle, and of course remember last year in the World Series with K-Rod.
Well, he has more experience than K-Rod had coming into this situation with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's right. Yeah, we think of him as, some guy that they just called up from the minor leagues who has no major league experience. That's not the case.
No. It was a guy that I thought was ticketed to make this team out of the gate in spring training, but was one of the last cuts and put in a terrific season with the Pawtucket Red Sox, including a perfect game. Jackson gets the bad news from Mike Winters that it was a strike. He thought he had ball 4. Jackson takes strike 3, and there's 2 down in the inning.
Also has some special guests here in the booth tonight. Jim and Jan Peterson. They are winners in the Remy.com contest where they buy a scorecard and then they are chosen, and they had dinner over at Chow Bella at 5 o'clock and get to enjoy the game here in the booth. So
are they randomly chosen? How does that work exactly?
Yes. The third group we've had in, and they bought scorecards in August, September, and as coincidence may have it, the game we picked is the game that the Red Sox could clinch.
The winners have had quite a few good games. I remember they were in for a Yankee series last time.
Yeah.
And they're kind enough to bring us desserts from Chow Bella also, which is always a good thing. I'm bringing the benefits here of
we're looking for a long break between innings so we can kill that dessert. Lehman
sends it foul off the left side, and he's down 1-2. Well, you mentioned the rotation for the Oakland A's, and I get the feeling the Red Sox may have to play some small ball at times. I guess you probably have to anyway in a playoff type setup, and that would lead you to believe the Red Sox need to make some decisions as far as small ball goes with their position players as well. And that will also be interesting. Always seems somebody gets left off that you may not have expected at times. Well, those decisions to follow if the Red Sox can clinch here tonight, and again right now on top 12-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Red Sox after the game will travel to St. Petersburg, Florida tonight. We're taking off 3-2 with 2 outs in the inning. Damon sent one up to the luxury box.
Yeah, it only took, what, 80 games to finally get a good play in the luxury box.
Again, the payoff pitch. Damon fouls it off again. I also heard as part of the pregame you answering the question about whether or not our hotel in Tampa Bay is haunted.
Yeah, what is this all about?
Apparently some players have seen some people show up in their rooms that were uninvited. I have never seen that in my 3+ seasons going to Tampa Bay. I believe this is one of the gentlemen who have seen things pop up in their rooms.
I actually wouldn't mind to be somebody to talk to.
Johnny Damon strikes out to end things in the 4th, but the Red Sox lead it 12-0.
This china set belonged to my grandmother's mother. I have one place setting for each of my grandchildren.
Oh, yeah? Oh, no.
Looking for something? UncleHenrys.com.
Oof, well, that's sure a lot of people are going to McDonald's. I wonder, what the heck's going on?
Hey, it's manja time at McDonald's. They got mozzarella sticks that melt in your mouth, a chicken breast Parmesan sandwich with lots of marinara sauce and mozzarella, even a premium chicken Caesar salad with shaved Parmesan. Manja at, surprise, McDonald's.
McDonald's. Is that an Italian name?
Well, that's the last of it.
The original rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and coming soon, the new full-size Pathfinder Armada. Two Pathfinders, countless adventures.
I thought you said they were both males.
That's what the guy at the pet store said.
Got something to sell? UncleHenrys.com.
Tune in for college football Saturdays each week on NESN. Be true to your school till it hurts. When it's fall and it's Saturday, it's gotta be football time on NESN. Indiana tackles Michigan on college football Saturday at noon on NESN.
Back at Fenway with the Red Sox on top 12-0 as we move to the 5th inning, and B.J. Surhoff leads it off. One of 3 walks given up tonight by Derek Lowe through the first 4 innings as Surhoff walked back in the 2nd inning. This is likely, well, this is our last home, likely. There's no likely about it. The last home game of the season for us. And we would certainly like to send our thanks along to the crew here who does a great job and have done another marvelous job here at Fenway Park this season. From all of our cameramen to our audio men to the tape guys, everybody in the truck.
Yeah, great guys, you know, and they work very hard. They have long days. They were here today at 10 o'clock this morning getting set up for this game tonight. They all do a terrific job, and they're a pleasure to be around.
You know, you always, this part of the season is easy as far as weather-wise, but early on, April and May, those conditions can be on the ugly side. Those guys are out there for the entire game. Some very long games, a lot of runs scored this season, and they have certainly put their time in this year, and we are very thankful for everything that they do. I was dropping by the booth before the game, and we appreciate their efforts.
It's always a comfort level when you know what you're going to get every single night, and that's excellent here at Fenway Park.
One hopper to second. Jackson on the first. And there's one away. A few more folks that we'd like to get on for you here as well.
Number 32.
We also would like to send our thanks to Pete Grenier, who you cannot see, who is our audio guy, which hears from you and I probably the most.
Probably you more than I.
You. Especially you. No, actually, you're very easy. You just want everything cranked.
As loud as you can go.
This one is softly rolled down the third baseline. It'll roll, and that will be the first hit of the night for the Baltimore Orioles. As weakly as it was hit, Derek Lowe going 4 1/3 into the 5th inning without giving up a hit, and the crowd will salute him for his efforts here tonight as the Orioles have their first hit of the game.
You know, it's interesting, in the crowd giving Lowe an ovation. I wouldn't really pay much attention to that. If you're watching all these runs score, I looked up each minute and say, wait a minute, they don't have a hit yet. Is that possible tonight? A little dribbler down that third base line by Matos, the first hit for the Orioles. All the focus has been on the Red Sox offense, and here is the first base hit of the night for the Baltimore Orioles.
And Jack Cust into center field. This more of a definitive hit, and Johnny Damon plays it on a hop. The Orioles, with one down, have 2 on.
The catcher, number 26.
Now let's take a look at the game summary in this one. Omar Daal chased after an inning in 2/3, giving up 7 runs to the Red Sox. Derek Lowe has just given up his first 2 hits of the game. Garcia Parra with a 3-run shot. Millar with a 3-run home run. And Bill Miller's got a couple of hits, 2 doubles, and 2 RBIs in this one. Orioles batting in the top half of the 5th inning. Red Sox on top 12-0.
And of course, if the Red Sox win this ball game, stay with us after the game. Tom Caron will be doing some on the field reporting, and also from the Red Sox clubhouse. To go along with our post-game show. And by the way, the post-game show for Red Sox fans will be on during the playoffs. So when you finish watching the ball game, just switch over to Nesson and you'll get the complete post-game show.
No one in there for strike 2. Bob Tomaselli down there beyond the Red Sox dugout. Another outstanding job.
One of the great pleasures about Bob is everybody watching him eat prior to the ball game. It's a real thrill.
Keep your arms and legs away from his mouth. This one is sliced foul behind the Red Sox dugout. You know, you've reached spring training when you pull up to Fort Myers, and there's Bob Tomaselli, who's already arrived down there. You realize that spring training is now here. I'll see you in Fort Myers, my friend. And that's just around the corner, Jerry. Very soon. You too. This is away, and it's 1-2. Have you booked your estate yet in Fort Myers or Naples for next season?
No. There's still a lot of stuff that's going to happen here yet, Don.
You're absolutely correct.
Thinking about that.
You never know. Sly Stallone or somebody else may have your estate. This is away, and it's 2-2.
Plus, we can't forget to thank Adam Jupiter, who has been here in the booth with us all season long.
How could we forget?
One of the great baseball minds that I've ever run into.
2-2 down the right field line. This will bend back into the seats.
And we certainly hope that if not tonight, sometime before the end of postseason, we will see Adam's brilliant piece in the postgame show. But the knowledge that that young man has and that coconut of his is unbelievable.
He's a genius. And I do also echo those sentiments that we hope we do get the chance to have the sit-down air. We both viewed most of it. It's incredible what he knows. Chopped outside at third and foul. There's Ted Carey, one of our tape guys. This is Spunky. Does an outstanding job for us. There's Tom Cruise. Not the Tom Cruise you're used to, but another Tom Cruise. And Chris Akinak. A chance to first work with that Tom Cruise in Springfield doing Springfield Indians games.
And Spunky's got so big that he only goes by one name, you know.
Like Sting.
Cher, and Sting, Spunky.
Spunky. Look at the runners in. This is fouled off by Fordyce. Devin Carlson on Elvis, which I still don't know what an Elvis is. You know what an Elvis is, Jerry, all your years of TV?
I think I do, yeah.
What does an Elvis do?
It's right there. See this thing?
Yeah, but what does that do?
I don't know.
Thanks. Getting to the bottom of that for me because I was really confused. The runners, and it's ball 4 to Brooke Fordyce. This will load up the bases with one down. The fourth walk of the night given up by Derek Lowe.
It's unusual. 4 walks for Derek Lowe. Back-to-back walks in the second inning, 1 in the third, and now 1 in the fifth to load the bases. I think the Elvis is when, like, if they show a pitch sequence, you know, rapid fire, I think the Elvis has something to do with that. Huh. And that is correct. That is that's
what it does. Bases loaded, 1 down. You know, we really haven't seen some of the stars of the truck yet. I'm sure they're going to hide. But the Tiverton Cowboy is still in there somewhere. Art Collins, Dave Walzer, Mike Marini. These are the video guys. On the ground to first base. Millar to second. A little bit of a wild throw. Omar corrals it. But in from third base comes Luis Matos, and the Orioles have scored their first run.
Well, a couple of base hits, a walk, and then the ground ball to Millar to get the first run of the night for the Orioles. No chance for Nomar to turn over the double play, even though the ball was hit pretty hard to Millar. But the Red Sox, with their lead, will certainly take the 1 out in that situation.
There's Jerry Hairston, grounded out to shortstop in the first, and a second in the third. In the third inning, he grounded into a double play.
Plus, we can't forget about the goddess of high heat.
Oh. Have you received any more letters?
Yes.
You have?
I've been keeping them from her, too.
At this point, I think it's gotten a little scary. One letter was good, 2 was amusing. Now we're into stalking. Roll it away, and it's 1-1. There's the goddess of high heat. And a great job with the gun all season long. When it first takes off, the pitch will miss. We'll throw down to second base. Roberts in the second. Defensive indifference. Greg Petranzio and Paul Carroll.
Well, Daal doesn't even know where the camera is.
Up the middle, Garcia Parr around seconds. Got it, throws on to first. Retire the side. The Orioles have their first run of the night. Halfway through this one, Red Sox on top 12-1.